America, America, the United States of America in 2020. It used to be simple, especially 100 years ago or more. The biggest thing was racial discrimination. People would insult people. They'll say, "You're a wop." In the 50s, Italians migrated to the United States, and they heard this a lot, especially because of their religion, Catholic. Or in the 70s, wetback. They would call Hispanics and people from South America wetbacks and spigs and beaners. And it because the United States was either black or white. So that's the reason why. But today, it's either you're legitimate or you're not. It's hard for Americans to tell what's real in 2020. Most Americans can't tell what's real and what's not. They can't tell what's legitimate and what's not, especially because of the sophisticated that create realistic looking documents, emails, texts, websites that are not real in America. Most Americans wonder what's real. And if the person they're talking to is real, legitimate, a good, honest person, they insult these people and call them the not legitimate. And the ones that are not legitimate, they call them real. They accept Americans in 2020. And Americans in 2020 seem to gravitate to people that con them, lie to them. So when real people with legitimate come along, they don't believe them. Either they've been taken too many times or they just don't believe them. What can we do? What can we do to help Americans be able to distinguish what's real and what's not? And what can we do to help Americans be able to tell what's real and what's not? What can we do? How can we help Americans? What can we do as humans to help Americans know who's real and legitimate and who's not? And how to turn that around on people with legitimacy to accept them because they're healthy, they're well, they're honest, they're excited about whatever it is they're talking to you about. And the last thing they expect you to do is say they're lying or they're trying something on you, and they're not. So what we want to know is what can we do to help Americans figure out what's real and what's not. The percentage of Americans that don't know what's real is so high. I know in some states the legislature and the government prefer that you stay the way that you are, but when it comes to just not knowing what's real, I think you have the right to be able to distinguish what's real and what's not. So we need you to be able to know when somebody is talking to you that they're a real person, and even if it's your family and they did nothing to you, and then you start going off on them about they're doing something, they're what, the S word, SCAMers. What can we do? Just let me know. What can we do? Write me. Call me. Call me at our campaign headquarters. Let me know what we can do. Anyway, if you're retiring, call the third party beneficiary money bank and get your network builder and pick it up today. Call third party beneficiary money bank if you're retiring and you want to plan your retirement out for 10 years, 20 years, 100 years for you and your family. Third party beneficiary money bank is the only one that gives you $100 million for $240,000, no credit check, no questions asked. Thank you. This is 2020 President Danielle Husser Berhane. Have a good day.